to start working on our overlay for the garage to shop conversion for the garage floor. Just wanted to real quickly review with you the products that we're going to use. Now, the overlay itself that we're going to use is from a company called Trinic LLC. They're in New York. This particular one is called Agri-Rok. It was designed for actually using in agricultural situations, particularly dairy farms, to replace the flooring overlays in the barns. The overlay itself is very water sensitive, so in order to gain the strength that they put into their products, they use a very low water to cement ratio. So what I've done was I've actually got a bucket here and I weighed it out in a weight scale. So in this particular case there's 50 pounds of material. It takes about 6 1/4 to 6.7 to 6 3/4 pounds of water. That's all that you need. So it really only fills up to about this far on this small bucket. So what I did was I actually weighed this out from minimum to maximum, and I put a thick line. The bottom of the line is the lower end, and the top end of the line is the higher end. That way makes it easier for us to real quickly measure out the water that's required for this. After the overlay goes down, what we're going to then do is do some coloring. They also have a coloring agent called Trinic, only 1 ounce per quart. I'm going to use 2 different colors, kind of an orange and then a dark red, to color the floor afterwards, and we'll go through that when we get to it. We're going to mix it with this other product of theirs from Trinic called LS Lockup. It's a lithium silicate base material. It's liquid. It has nanoparticles of lithium silicates in it, or silicas, and what that does is it helps fill in the pores with silica material so that it seals it and densifies it so that you get a much denser overlay. The overlay will probably be within 24 hours because I got the slow set, probably, well, I'm going to say, up to 6,000 psi in strength. Within 28 days it should reach approximately 10,000. So after the coloring goes down, then what we're going to do is we're going to use this nano seal. Again, it has nanoparticles in it to help fill in any leftover pores, and the material itself is very strong. I believe it's also kind of a silica material, but it really produces a hard surface that adds to staying acid resistant. So it's a high quality sealer. Now, to do all this project, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put down our primer. One of the primers that they recommended was one from Quikrete. It's concrete bonding adhesive. We're going to mix this up, I believe a 2-to-1 ratio, 2 times water to 1 time sealer. We're going to roll it down and put the sealer on. The other things that we're going to need when we put down the overlay is what's called a gauge rake. And basically it's just got a couple fingers that stick down. So when you pour down the overlay, this will allow you to pull and kind of rough trowel to set the thickness. So we're going to be shooting for about 1/4 inch. The other thing that we have here is this is a dual head mixer. It mixes up the material quicker. You don't have to stand in the bucket because it won't spin it around. After we spread out the overlay, we're going to use this rubber trowel, and really that's all we're going to do for finish. We basically will just drag it along the top and lightly trowel with the rubber tip to give us the smooth surface. So we're getting ready to go get started on this. We're going to try and take some shots. You have to work fairly quickly by the time we put the bonding adhesive down, and then let it get tacky. Then we got to start mixing and pouring down, leveling out, and smoothing. and you basically have to continue on until you're done with the entire project. So it's going to go quick. So I'll try and get some shots doing some different things, but in the meantime, I'm going to tack onto this video. I took a trip up to New York to Trinic's facility, and we'll attach that little interview I did with Bob up there, and he can tell you a little bit more about the company. And I'll put some links in the description as to how to get a hold of them, their website, and they also have a YouTube channel showing some of their GFRC mixtures. The Agri-Rok overlay's got a couple spots that they show on there. So with that said, time for our next step. Thanks for watching.
Okay, hello everyone. Cutting tool engine designer here in front of Trinic LLC in New York City, in New York. They're a manufacturer of custom GFRC mixes and concrete and so forth. I'm here today with Bob Shatterton. He's you're one of the owners, correct, Bob?
I am.
Yep. So I want you to do me a quick favor. We're going to be using the Agri-Rok overlay that you have to redo the garage to shop conversion that I'm working on. So if you want to do me a favor and just real quickly tell everybody a little bit about what Trinic is.
Well, what Trinic is my partner Mark and I, we are in the concrete industry, him for over 30 years, me for over 25. And we were sort of disappointed with most of the products that were out there. There are some good ones, but we decided that when it got time to be done with installing the stuff, that we would manufacture some products that fit the niche markets that there were holes in. So what we did is we took concrete and redesigned the additives that go into it as a powder. Different powdered mixes for different projects. Concrete countertops, or like you're doing the Agri-Rok overlay. Well, the Agri-Rok overlay was designed originally for dairy barns to resurface the floors, and we figured if it would stick in that environment, it would stick just about anywhere. So the overlay, what makes Agri-Rok a little bit different as an overlay is the fact that you can put it down just like a regular overlay. It pretty much self-levels with a gauge rake and a magic trowel. And it dries very quickly. There's different dry rates. We gave you the slow set, so
right.
You have some working time on it. It flows out nicely. You're not really worried about getting back on it in a couple hours.
No.
But the fast set ones you can get back on within a couple hours. You could power trowel it if you wanted, or you can polish it, and it can be colored any color with any integral color.
Good. Well, we're looking forward to putting her down and cleaning up what that mess of a floor that I have. So
send me before and afters.
Yep, we'll do, and we'll keep everybody posted as we go through. Thank you very much.